Up first, he says, hello guys, thanks for the great information. Which way do you recommend to create a short URL? I understand that the Google shortener goo.gl doesn't work anymore. Any good alternative? Can you please share some best practices on how to use short links and why? Thanks a lot. For redirects that I create now, I just use my own domain. We actually have one in MGYB that is just, it's super powerful now because it's been used in so many drive stacks and link building. People build links to them and all that kind of stuff. So it's actually pretty strong. Some of the mgyb.co links that we create will actually show up in search in top 10 for like brand searches and such. It's pretty cool. But so the reason I mentioned that is because I do that with clients and such. I actually will install Pretty Links Pro, which is a plugin. If you go to semanticmastery.com/prettylinks, I think that's the URL. Anyways, you can buy the pro version. It's like 20 bucks. It's inexpensive. It's really good. We use that a lot for my clients. I install it on their own domain. And if I'm doing short URLs, for like redirects and press releases, for example, or if I'm going to order a drive stack for them or add to a drive stack, then we'll do short URLs for the drive stack files through their Pretty Link Pro plugin so that we can actually use their domain. And that's just because it adds just, it kind of pushes some additional power into their own domain. Or you could always set one up like on your own domain that you use specifically just for redirects. That's something else that you could do. I know that Marco's got some suggestions on some of the short URLs creators that you can use out there that already have some authority built or a lot of authority built to them. I know like Owly, which was a Hootsuite shortener. I don't know if you can still use that unless you have an account at Hootsuite, but those are pretty powerful. T.co, which was a Twitter shortener. You used to be able to use that. I don't know if you still can. I'm not a Twitter user. But there are some other URL shorteners out there, and it just makes sense to do it to create additional redirects for SEO purposes, as well as to honestly to shorten really long, ugly URLs. But for the SEO benefits, you can use those to create additional URLs to build links to and do some other cool stuff. Marco, what say you about that? I know you've got some suggestions.
Yeah. There's a list in Zapier, I think it is, of the top shorteners, and I would have to find the URL because that's the one that I always give everyone in like RYS Academy Reloaded. When they ask the questions in Facebook, that's my go-to URL. I send them to their list.
Right here, the 8 best alternatives to
there you go.
Google URL shortener at Zapier, right there. So it says Bitly. Careful with Bitly, guys, though. Like I use Bitly. I've even got the Bitly Chrome extension. I use Bitly quite a bit for like shortening URLs when I'm taking notes for my own stuff or for process docs and things like that for my VAs. But for SEO purposes, Bitly, at least they used to, I haven't checked it in a long time. They used to arbitrarily sometimes change it from a 301 to a 302 redirect, which kills any SEO value. So I wouldn't recommend using Bitly for SEO purposes, but a lot of these other ones here you can still use. I haven't tested all of these, by the way, but I would just check them and see which ones, go to like wheregoes.com or Redirect Detective or something like that and check a redirect that you create with them to see what they look like. But just keep in mind that Bitly will sometimes just will change it to a 302 redirect for no apparent reason, and it'll kill any SEO value. Okay. But there you go. There's URL shorteners.